Hi, everybody. I want to welcome Paul, aka Ken Hopper, back to the Stats Nichols podcast. He is the CEO of Marine Corps Reserve Association and also the CEO of the TUN Legacy Foundation, who is leading the charge to rebuild the TUN. Ken, welcome back.
It's a pleasure to be here, but only one minor correction. Board member Pat Daly is the CEO.
Yeah.
He's the guy that has to sign the checks.
Okay. Yeah.
Minor correction.
Minor correction. Neither here nor there. We're still leading the charge.
I can't wait to get into this to talk to your followers here.
Yeah. So last time we spoke, we were talking about the upcoming events for the 250th Marine Corps birthday there in Pennsylvania. Go ahead and give us some updates where we're at, what's available, and what are the festivities that are going to be there come that weekend.
Just 2 minutes ago, we actually went across the wire, the news wire, and publicly announced the events that we're holding. And people could now go to the TUN.org and when you land on that page at the very top, you will see 10 November. So people can select that, and it will take you to the landing page of where they will be able to purchase tickets for the events. We actually expanded it, so it'll be a 5-day celebration starting on Friday the 7th, and it will conclude on November 11th on board the USS New Jersey. The foundation asked us to take part and really push the Marine Corps to come over and be part of that ceremony in the 11th day, in the 11th month at the 11th hour. So all those that come will be treated to that veterans ceremony that we're going to have there. But in between all,
So it's been great. It looks like you're super excited. So just for anyone that's just currently tuning in, I'm here with Ken Hopper. He is a retired Marine. He is one of the members that are leading the charge to rebuild the TUN, aka the TUN Tavern, there in Pennsylvania. We are meeting today to discuss the upcoming events, November 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and what's going on in Pennsylvania for the celebration of the 250th birthday of the Marine Corps. So with that being said, let's talk about the events on Friday. Let's kind of go chronological. Let's go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And while you guys are listening in, go to the TUN.org and click on the link November 10th, and you'll start to see what events you can partake in while we're sitting here talking.
We are, to tell you we are excited would be an understatement. We are ecstatic about this. The November 7th, that Friday, we are going to start at the Grand Masonic Temple there. We had 4 tours lined up, but the first tour at 1600 has already sold out. So we have some tickets remaining for 1630, 1700, 1730. And in that tour, it's a 45-minute tour, and there will be a historian from the actual temple that will take up to 60 people on each group. And it's not going to be a normal Grand Masonic Temple tour. This tour is going to be specifically designed to highlight not only the TUN, but to highlight the Masonic relationship that with us. Okay, you are going to be going downstairs. You will be able to actually hold a piece of cobblestone that was from the original TUN.
Wow.
That was there in 1775. You will be able to hold documents that were actually written by George Washington, by General Lafayette. So it will be it's not a normal tour. Yeah. Following the tour, where you can, for those online, you can go to the website and you can see McGill's is a little tavern that's less than a 5-minute walk from the Grand Masonic Temple. And that's where we're all going to mix and mingle. and you will know where the people coming in for the weekend, because we're going to have a floor banner up that's going to say 1775 Club.
That's
So
great.
that's going to be a no host social. And the good thing about it is, if you're there with us, we are going to provide transportation that night. So if you drink a couple too many, don't worry. The TUN Foundation is going to have a bus to get everyone back to their hotel. When you do sign up go to the website and you sign up for the events, please even register for the free events, because it helps us keep track of the numbers, especially for the bar there on Friday night. That way we can share it with the owners of the bar so they can be prepared.
That's awesome. So anybody just tuning in, so I'm talking to Ken Hopper. We're talking about the 250th birthday in Pennsylvania, the birthplace of the Marine Corps. We are talking about the events on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and Tuesday, I think. So on Friday, there's going to be a museum tour where you have the opportunity to go and touch and see documents that were actually part of the TUN Tavern, and also part of the founding fathers of our country. And then that evening, after the Mosaic tour, you will have an opportunity to join the happy hour gathering, where at 5 p.m. on, people can, BYOB, bring your own beer, or show up and enjoy the festivities. So that's Friday. It's just basically, let's tour the Mosaic and let's get together and have a good time. Let's talk about Saturday.
Saturday, we're really going to get into it. Saturday begins, and when you're registering for any of these events, right before you check out, there's a survey question that says, would you be interested in purchasing a transportation plan? So we didn't want to sign the contract until we knew the numbers that we had, because it's an expensive contract. But we're asking everyone if you're interested in purchasing a $100 transportation plan, which will pick you up at the hotel, take you to the event, and once the events are done, take you back to the hotel. And we're only asking, if we implement it, it'll only be $100 for the entire weekend. So if you come in on Friday and you don't leave until Tuesday afternoon, for $100, we're going to pick you up and carry you around to every place.
That's great. Yeah.
So getting back to Saturday morning, this is when we really start getting into it. We really want to start showing people the relationship and the tie that all 6 of the organizations have back to the TUN. We're going to, again, at the Grand Masonic Temple, starting at 11 o'clock, going until 1 p.m. We're going to have representatives from each of the 6 organizations on a stage inside the Grand Masonic Temple. And we're also going to give you lunch. We're going to serve you lunch when you buy that ticket. Wow. And during that time frame, each individual is going to talk about their organization and their organization's tie back to the TUN. So why did St. Andrews, utilize the TUN back in the day? Why did St. George, St. Patrick? What was their relationship? What was their job, so to speak? Why they used it? The cool thing about it is after they talk, we're going to obviously have question and answers, a question and answer period, but we're going to do a little game show type where we are going to test the audience's knowledge and listening, and we're going to actually have prizes that we're going to give out at the end of it.
So we're playing Jeopardy. We're playing Jeopardy.
It's Jeopardy with no joke prizes at the end of it. Exactly. So then following that'll be done around 1300. And we figure by the time you get 220 people out of the temple, and then when we get the other buses coming from the hotels, we'll line up, and then we're going to go on the TUN Legacy Tour. And we have specifically designed this tour to showcase those essential 12 items with ties directly back to the TUN. So we're going to take people around. We're also, each bus is going to have its own tour guide. So you're going to learn firsthand about these items. One item that I really want to see is, back in the day, there were 3 sets of stairs that led from the waterfront all the way inland up the hill. So there's only 1 set of stairs remaining, and those stairs were built in like 1686.
Wow.
So these stairs are like really old, but we're going to take people around. Once that is complete, then we're going to carry everyone, for those that purchase the tickets, to the USS Olympia.
Okay.
And the USS Olympia, uh, during the war with Spain, actually served as the flagship for Admiral Dewey during that conflict in the Pacific. But its probably greatest fame was when it was selected by the U.S. government to actually go to France and pick up the remains of the individual that now rests in the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Wow.
Some people don't realize that.
Say that one more time. So say that one more time so people could focus on that part.
So the USS Olympia in 1921 was selected to sail to France, where it picked up the remains of the individual. Then it was a 2-week trip back to the Washington Navy Yard. And when it docked, it offloaded the remains that now reside in the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Wow.
And for those that don't know this, it's a 50-50 probability that individual in there is a United States Marine, because during World War I, the soldiers and the Marines wore the exact same uniform. So we don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yep, exact same uniform. So there's a 50-50 chance that that's a Marine in there. Following that tour,
all the Marines, I'm assuming the Marines are like, yeah, that's definitely a Marine.
that's what I always tell the Army guys when I see them.
Yeah. We need the Army to guard the Marines because we're resting.
That's it. So, and we're actually the actual curator is going to be on site and to walk people through the ship. And it's a very, very unique ship. It's the last floating steel ship that's out there. So we're ecstatic about that. Then once that's over, you will walk. It's a 2-minute walk to the Maritime Museum, where we're going to have a welcome reception and dinner that evening on Saturday night. And our guest speaker is going to be Mr. Pat Daly. Will be there talking to people and talk about the TUN, about its ties to Philadelphia. Why was Philadelphia selected, for the Marines? Why was Philadelphia selected to build the Continental Navy? And put it in perspective for everyone. Yeah. And there will also be a dinner. And for those that purchase the tickets, I think they're $100. It includes an open bar. And that goes until about 2000. And when that's over with, there'll be buses again right there to take people back to their hotels.
That's great. So Saturday is going to be packed from sun up pretty much to sundown.
We're excited. Obviously, we want everything to be sold out. There are tickets still, but we wanted to ensure Saturday's focus was all about Philly. So the food Saturday evening is going to be some of Philly's favorite foods, and some I've never heard of. I am looking forward to partaking in some of those food. Some of that food.
For me, I've never been there, so I'm super excited to be there. The one thing that I'm trying to figure out for me, because I am a guest speaker at a Marine Corps ball about 2 hours away from where you guys are at. I'm trying to logistically see if I can work in attending Saturday's events and then still heading up to be the guest speaker at the Marine Corps ball at one of the Marine Corps leagues, and then try to jet back after. But that probably won't work for me. But let's just say for people out there that cannot attend certain events, is there any talks about potentially streaming any of that at all for a price?
Yes, we're looking at that now because you're not the first person that has asked that.
Okay.
People have also asked to stream the actual ceremony that occurs on Monday night. People are very interested in that, so we're investigating that now.
Well, like for example, the thing for Saturday, the lunch and learn, I think that that could be streamed. I mean,
Okay.
for me, I have to be at another event for that time frame, but I could stream it while I'm getting ready for the Marine Corps ball. I would love
Yeah.
to learn, like historically, I would love to learn. So if we could create the lunch and learn and do a Zoom or whatever platform. Um, that way I'd be happy to pay to be able to watch and listen and learn from the 6 organizations that are going to be up there presenting.
Yes, I wrote it down. I wrote
Perfect.
it down because that one would be easy, even if you just set a computer up,
Yep.
camera, because they're going to be stationary. They're going to be stationary right there.
Yeah, and it may be a great idea, like if you have some military influencers, so to speak, that could actually stream some of this live as well. So even though that the information is there for the people inside that room, um, allowing them to stream and get that information out to their audience would be a great opportunity as well. So not only would you reach the hundreds that are inside that area, but also get people to pay. And then once the people get in and actually pay, allow them to maybe select a couple people to stream so it can get out to their platform as well.
All right, we'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So that's Saturday. So just kind of recap where we're at. If you are just tuning in, go to the TUN.org at the very top of the page, November 10th, click on that, and you'll see the list of festivities that you can come to Pennsylvania and be part of this process of the 250th Marine Corps birthday. I'm on the call here with Ken Hopper speaking in detail about the events. And we just talked about Friday. We talked about Saturday. Now we're going to go into Sunday.
Sunday, Philly is rolling out the red carpet for veterans. So we are, when you go to the website, the TUN.org, and you see November 10th at the top, and you click on Sunday, the first item is going to be the Philly Veterans Day Parade and Festival. So starting around noon, so buses will pick up people from the hotels, carry you to the parade site, and we're asking if you're interested, you're attending, please check that box that says you're interested in walking in the parade. And we're not talking a long walk, we're talking 5 blocks is all. 5 blocks. Because the city of Philadelphia reached out to the foundation and asked if we would actually participate in the event, because they figured with the number of Marines that are going to be in town, and our estimates are between 8,000 and 10,000 Marines are going to be in town. That's what we're looking at to be in the parade. And yet some people will have some vehicles for those that want to be in the parade and can't actually physically walk. We'll have transportation, but we're going to have a big sign, and it's going to walk the 5 blocks, and then you're going to end up at the Philly Festival, which is specifically designed for veterans. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be booths. There's going to be veteran service organizations. The VA is going to be there to help people and pass information out. There's going to be games and rides for kids. So this is their festival. They're putting on specifically for veterans. So we're going to partake of what Philly's putting on.
That's great. So Sunday is going to be basically a parade and a party, and people get together, hang out, food trucks, things for a entire family event where kids can be part of it. I'm assuming slides, snowballs, everything in between.
And it ends at 4:30, which is a great time. We'll have, again, buses there to carry people back to their hotels. That gives everyone plenty of time to get ready, because November 9th is our first official birthday celebration, where people that purchase the tickets will be able to go on the Spirit of Philadelphia, because board time is 4:30. It will set sail at 5, and then we're going to go on a 3-hour tour, and it'll go up and down the rivers there in Philadelphia at all the sites, and that is going to be a sit-down celebration for the 250th. Our guest speaker for that event is going to be Secretary Barney Barnum, Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam, and also Major General Jim Livingston, Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam, will also be on board. We will have an official honor guard. We'll have a cake cutting ceremony. We'll serve, the one piece to the oldest and the youngest Marine present. And then at the conclusion, there will be dancing on board.
So, how many slots are available for that dinner cruise Sunday night?
425.
Okay.
425, and that's a $200 ticket, but that will include the cruising up and down the river. That will include your dinner. It's an open bar, and you get a piece of birthday cake. So and we're back at 2000. We're back at 2000. It's what still gives everyone plenty of time to go out.
Yeah, and then right after that, there's another event.
Oh, this is a first. This one, we are really pumped. We are really pumped because Philly was the first recruiting station. It was the first where the Marine Corps was created. We wanted to be the first to actually celebrate the 250th birthday. So at the Museum of the American Revolution, the doors will open at 2300 on Sunday night. And we will remain open until 01. But at the stroke of midnight, on that last stroke, when it's officially November 10th, our champagne breakfast, everyone's going to have a glass of champagne, and we're going to toast the 250th birthday of the Marine Corps, because we wanted to be the first in the entire country to toast the 250th. And we will do that. And for those that attend, you will also be able to go throughout the museum. We will have free reign of the museum while we're there. And we're going to be serving some of the original food that those that lived during that time in 1775, what they would have for breakfast. We'll have at least one or two items from modern day, but it's primarily going to be 1775 breakfast. And
so 1775 breakfast, is that a secret? So you only get to know what those items are?
Oh no, it's on the website. If everybody goes to the website, you'll be able to see what we're going to serve. And I should have said, for the dinner cruise and for this breakfast, you'll get unique gifts. I don't want to give it away, but the gifts, that we will not sell these items, later on. So if you don't attend the dinner cruise, and if you don't attend the birthday breakfast, you will not get those coins. You will not get the coins.
So you got one shot, one kill to get it.
That's it. We're only making that many because we want it to be a unique experience for everyone.
I think that's going to be super exciting. How many people can fit for the evening event?
For the dinner or the champagne breakfast, 350 people.
Okay. So basically, long story short, let's just pause right there and let people know a newsletter just went out today.
Yes.
Let's talk about that newsletter so we can kind of bring the audience where we're currently at, and we'll go into Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, we just released, for those just joining, we just sent it out across the wire. And when I say the wire, this is a paid service that it goes to, the Associated Press. It goes to the Wall Street Journal. It goes to all NBC, ABC, CBS. It goes to all of these news organizations. So hopefully they will pick up the events, and they will publicize that across their platforms. We also sent the information to all members of the 1775 Club, all those individuals that signed up for the newsletter. And today it will go out across our entire social media platform at the appropriate times to let everyone know that tickets are now available to purchase for that weekend.
That's awesome. All right. So I'm just going to recap. So anybody that's just now joining, I'm on a call with Ken Hopper. He is a retired Marine. He is one of the members that are leading the charge to rebuild the TUN, aka the TUN Tavern in Pennsylvania. With that being said, the festivities for the 250th Marine Corps birthday, we're discussing the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday events. If you go to the TUN.org right now, at the very top of the web page, you'll see November 10th, which is the 250th birthday. Click on that. You'll see a list of all the events that there's free events and there's some paid events that you can partake in. Fill out that form. Click on the events that you want to be part of. Make the purchase, and me and Ken will see you in Pennsylvania.
Yes. And
So,
Monday morning, we're excited. We're going to hold an official ceremony, and this ceremony has been held for the last 29 years by the local Marine Corps League detachment up there. And we are going to go to the gravesite of Major Samuel Nicholas. So we will be rendering honors there. It will be complete with reenactors dressed up as Continental Marines. And it's a simple service. It's only about 30 minutes, but we wanted to pay homage. And I can tell you right now that as of midnight last night, 130 people have already signed up from the 1775 Club. And that one is, I mean, you could say 1,000 people could be there, but the problem is once you get above about 300-400, you really can't see. You're not close enough to see. So we are advertising 300 people. And again, at midnight last night, we were already at 125 people that signed up just for that one event.
And you just mentioned, and I was going to mention it at the end, but you just mentioned the 1775 Club. For those that do not know, tell us what the 1775 Club is there, Ken.
1775 Club is our way to give the active duty private, Lance Corporal, to allow them to participate, to allow them to hold their chest up high, to say they have skin in the game, that they have helped rebuild the TUN. So all we are asking anyone, patriotic Americans, can be a part of this club, to pay $17.75 a month for just 12 months. That's all we ask, or a single payment of $213. And you become a lifetime member of the 75 Club. With that, with your first monthly payment, you get your t-shirt, and that t-shirt's, it's a pretty cool t-shirt. With your third payment, you'll get your certificate and certificate holder. Once you pay your 12th and final payment, then we will send you a coin, and each coin is serialized. So if you lose it, it's lost. The only way to get a replacement coin is to rejoin the 1775 Club, because every coin has its own serial number, and we will forever and ever keep that list of serialized coins. Your name will go on the website. If you join prior to coming to Philadelphia, and you sign up for events, all 1775 Club members will get special recognition at each event. Those members will have special entrances at certain events. Here's a big one on the cruise ship. There's the VIP line, the VIP line is Major General Livingston, Barney Barnum, Medal of Honor recipients. But VIP line is also 1775 members. So you will be able to expeditiously enter instead of the normal line to get on board. That's just one event. Then once you're in, 1775 club members, their tables will be closer to the center stage, closer to the front. So 1775 club members will be treated special because we know that they actually have skin in the game.
Yeah.
Once we are up and operational, what we're really excited about is if you show up at the TUN from 1700 to 1800, 365 days of the year, you'll get 75-cent beer. Then,
so let me just recap that. So for those that do not know, we're the TUN Tavern, aka the TUN, is being rebuilt in Pennsylvania. I'm on the call with Ken Hopper, and we're raising money through the 1775 Club, through different events that we're going to be having to raise the money so the nonprofit can rebuild the TUN. And the TUN Tavern is going to be a restaurant, a brewery, and everything in between, where we as Marines or patriots could show up and celebrate the Marine Corps history there in Pennsylvania. With that being said, joining the 1775 Club allows us, the average person, regardless if you served in the military or not, to donate $17.75 a month for 12 months, and you become part of the 1775 Club. After the first month, you get a t-shirt. Third month, you get a certificate. And after 12 months of payment, you get a specialized coin that is serialized as one of a kind. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and talk about the day, November 10th, 2025.
So what better place to start, like we said, is at the graveside of the first Commandant of the Marine Corps. We'll be there along with, up to 400 people. We are taking count. So if you want to attend, please register that you're going to attend, so we can prepare the church. It's a small Quaker church, so it's a corner gravesite where the remains are, is where the ceremony will take place. Once that is done, we will then go to Independence Hall. Some senior DOD individuals, members of the government, are scheduled to be there. I don't want to announce names right now, but there will be senior individuals. There will be a reading of the congressional proclamation that actually created the Marine Corps. There will be some remarks from those senior individuals, and we are scheduled, can't guarantee it, a flyover. Once that is complete, then we're going to the fun. We're going to the block party. Our goal right now, the block party is scheduled to be held on the location of where the TUN is going to be rebuilt. Wow. But I want to share with everyone, there's a distinct possibility that we could actually have a hole in the ground and actually have steel girders coming up out of the ground. So I would love to have to get on a podcast with you and tell everyone, hey, we can't hold the block party on site. We have to hold it at Franklin Square because the TUN is being built.
So when it comes to the finances part, we know you got to raise a certain amount of money before you can break ground. How much money have we raised so far, and how much more do we need to go in order to make sure we're breaking ground?
We are close to halfway there. We need $8 to $9 million in order to get a construction loan, and we're approximately halfway there right now with funding. That's why this 1775 Club is so important to date. We have a little over 1,600 members as of right now, a little over 1,600 members, and that's already generated over $300,000 in funds.
Okay.
So that's why and we'll get more into that at the end. Let me finish up on Monday. Yep. So then at the block party, that will go until 16:30 on Monday. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have a couple of bands. We're going to have comedians. We're going to have, for those that attended last year, it's a singing group called the Bombshells. And these ladies dress up like World War II USO entertainers. And they are phenomenal. we're going to have a big, we're going to have a big sheet of cake to share with everyone. I'll give one little secret away. We have some reenactors that are going to be there, and then it's everyone. If you're a Marine, you've been to the birthday ball and how you have the Marines in their dress blues walk the cake up. Well,
Yeah.
Monday, since this is dedicated to the founding of the Continental Marine Corps, we thought it best that we're going to have reenactors in Continental Marine outfits, and they are going to be bringing the cake up to the stage for us to partake. Couldn't think of a better way to show off the Continental Marines
Yeah.
than to have them deliver the cake. Yeah. So that, and I will tell you that there will be, again, another perk to being a 75 Club member. There will be a 75 Club member tent that you will have to have your coin to be able to get into. So if you're a member and you're attending, you better bring your coin, because inside the tent, you'll be able to get 75-cent beer. If you buy it outside the tent, it's going to be $5 a beer.
Wow. That's a great perk. Look, 1775 Club, join it. You get once you make your final payment of, I think the total was $230.
$213 is all it is.
Yeah, $213. You get a coin. That coin during the events allow you to get access to the 1775 canopy drinking area, and it's only 75 cents per beer.
Yes, it is. And for those that don't join prior to getting there, right next to the 1775 tent is going to be the 1775 enlistment table. So you'll be able to enlist in the club right there on the spot. We'll be able to print you out your certificate. We'll give you your T-shirt, hand you your coin, and you can go right inside the tent.
That's great. So I think that tent's going to be packed.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so.
I think that's going to be off the charts.
And for those that are unable to get on board the cruise ship or get one of the ball tickets, we will have some VIPs. I can promise you that General Livingston and Barney Barnum, I will have them there for not the entire time that the block party's going, but I will have them there for an hour, hour and a half. So everyone will have an opportunity to visit and see them and shake their hands.
Yeah. Look, I think that is important. So like for me, I joined the Marine Corps over 30 years ago. And my first duty station was Iwakuni, Japan. And my first roommate ever in the Marine Corps in the fleet was a guy that was from Pennsylvania. And so 30 plus years later, I reached out to him. I said, hey, I'm coming to Pennsylvania. We haven't seen each other in 30 years. So I think so we're going to see each other in Pennsylvania. So I said that to say this, that there's a lot of people that are going to listen to this and have served in the military, in the Marine Corps for 4 years or for 30 years. This is a great opportunity for everybody to come together for the common cause, which is the rebuilding of the TUN. You get a chance to see your brothers and sisters that you haven't seen in so long. So let's make this an outstanding party and everybody show up and show out.
Oh, it is. And it's good that you interjected that at this point, because following the block party, we're getting ready to talk about the balls.
Yep.
We already have, just last night, I had an individual call me. He wants to bring his 9 mates from his squadron. So it'll be 10 of them coming from their first squadron. And they said they haven't seen each other, very similar, in like 20, 25 years. And all of them said that they could think of no place they'd rather be than at the celebration of the 250th birthday.
Like, to me, this is the Marine Corps ball of the Marine Corps balls, at this point. Like, here's the thing about the military. We do an amazing job every year. Marine Corps get together, celebrate with our units, our commands, our battalions. But this is like taking every generation of Marines that are still living and people that support the Marines and coming together in one place. Let's talk about security. because we have a lot of Marines out there that may have some anxiety about coming together in a big setting. Uh, is there? Let's talk about security.
Security is going to be provided primarily by the Philadelphia Police Department.
Okay.
We will start briefing them um, probably in September, bringing them up to speed. They provided the security last year when
Okay.
there was 3,500 people at the block party, and we had no incidents. There were 0 incidents last year. The only complaint came from a couple of the local bars that were close, in that they didn't think they got their fair share of Marines walking in.
Well, and to me, this is a good segue. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I did 12 years active duty in the Marine, but I'm an entrepreneur at heart. We're going to be coming together for the Common Cause, which is the celebration of the 250th Marine Corps birthday. What we do in military service is we bring people together for the common cause. This is a great opportunity for the foundation to reach out to those organizations and those breweries and to be part of the celebration to make it even bigger.
Well, and I was going to get to a little bit of that once we're done with Tuesday. So let me explain the balls to everybody. When you look on the site, you're going to see the 100th birthday ball, and you're going to see the Marine Corps 250 birthday ball. Okay, the 100th, it's written that way on purpose because that ball is being held at the Bellevue Hotel, which was the site 100 years ago that General Lejeune held the very first Marine Corps birthday ball. So that's why it is titled the 100th birthday ball.
Got it.
The 250 is being held again at the Museum of the American Revolution, where it is the 250th celebration of the birth of the Marine Corps. It is considered one ball, so there's not going to be a guest speaker at the Bellevue and a guest speaker at the Revolution Museum. There's one speaker. There's one cake cutting ceremony. There is one oldest Marine and youngest Marine. Okay. The activities there at the Bellevue will be televised to all those at the Revolution Museum ball.
Okay.
And there will be one 250th coin. There will be one program for both sites. So it's not 2 balls. It's one ball being held at 2 different locations.
Okay. And then how many people can participate in the Bellevue Hotel Ball, and how many people can participate in the American Revolution Ball?
The Bellevue is a joint effort from Homecoming 250, and Homecoming 250 is the nonprofit entity that actually has been working for nearly 5 years to celebrate the founding of the United States Navy. They have a 1-week-long list of activities in October. It culminates with them for the Navy Ball. And you can go to Homecoming 250 and you can find and purchase tickets to attend that ball if you'd like to go. The culmination for Homecoming 250 is November 10th at the Bellevue. So they have 250 tickets. We have 250 tickets. Their 250 tickets are gone. It's already gone. We have, as of this morning, we had sold 139. However, with us going now live on the press, on the wire, there are an additional 60 tickets available for the general public to purchase their tickets now. Now, we have held a few back just because to confirm, we've invited the living former commandants of the Marine Corps. We've invited the living former sergeants major. So once these individuals, RSVP and say they will be there, we will get that information out to everyone so they'll be aware. But I mean, we've actually invited the Royal Marine Commandant and the Royal Marine Sergeant Major. So
Wow.
once we get RSVPs, we will make certain everyone is aware of who's attending. And our goal is to get these individuals split up. So not everyone is at the Bellevue. We would love to have half of them at the Museum of the American Revolution. So today's Marines can actually spend time with General Conway, who was the 1 MEF commander when led the charge into Iraq back in 03.
Yep.
Jim Amos was the commanding general of the Air Wing in Iraq, and it later on become the commandant of the Marine Corps. So we would like to have some of those at the Revolution Museum. So there are still some tickets left for the Bellevue. Now the American Revolution Ball is all ours. We can go up to 500 seats. This morning we were at 100 and I want to say it was like 180 tickets have been sold so far. So there is time. And remember, the site's only been up. Well, it went up Tuesday. So it's been up like 2 days now.
Yeah, 48 hours, a little bit less than 48 hours.
Yeah. Yep. But it's been up and tickets have been out there for sale.
Yeah. So the tickets are going to look to me. I think that the tickets are going to be gone within the 72-hour window period. So if you're just tuning in, go to the TUN.org, click on the very top, November 10th, and join us in Pennsylvania for the 250th Marine Corps birthday. I will be there. Former commandants will be there. Current Marines, former active duty Marines will be there. We are going to be there to celebrate the 250th birthday and the rebuilding of the TUN. This is a great opportunity for us to come together for the common cause. Sometimes in life, we wake up and wish that we could be, further, faster, smarter, and better than we were. But when we come together for the common cause, it allows us to be part of something bigger than ourselves. I know when I joined the Marine Corps over 30 years ago, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Fast forward 30 years later, I can honestly tell you joining the Marine Corps was one of the greatest decisions. It's the top 3 decision I've ever made in my entire life. Number 1 is giving my life to Christ. Number 2 is joining the Marine Corps. Number 3 is marrying my beautiful wife I've been married to for over 20-something years. So purchase tickets and come and let's celebrate together there in Pennsylvania. All right. So let's talk about that evening. Anything specific you want to talk about the ball?
No, it's going to be because I can't give away the guest speakers right now. I just can't. But trust me, I promise you, if you're listening to this, we will not be going 45 minutes to an hour of guest speakers. We want to ensure everyone has a good time. There will be dancing. When you sign up if you're going to want to attend the Revolution Ball, on the menu, you will have the opportunity to select what food you want, what main course you would like. I don't have the menu right now for the Bellevue, but there is a menu available for the Revolution Ball.
Yeah.
So you can make your food selection. We will leave plenty of time for dancing. And again, if you attend that ball, you will have the free realm of the entire museum. So you can walk around. You can walk around the museum. The tickets for the Bellevue are $500 a ticket. The tickets for the Revolution Ball they are $250 a ticket. But again, both sites, it's going to be, an open bar. So you'll be able to partake and drink as much as you would like. Because remember, at the end of the day, we're going to have buses right there waiting to pick you up and carry you back to the hotel. So we're not going to leave anything to chance when it comes to the safety of everyone there. So
it sounds like to me you're throwing the biggest Marine Corps birthday party of all time.
That's our goal. That's our goal. That's our goal.
It's super exciting so for anyone out there that is concerned about the money, what is being raised, the money for this weekend of events, November 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, the money being raised, of course, is paying for staff and everything to be there. But the rest of that money that is still there goes towards the rebuilding of the TUN, correct?
Yes, 100%, 100%. We wanted it to be a once in a lifetime event. Uh, I I will tell you one story. There was a couple, 75 club members that were in Scottsdale, Arizona, and they called me up Tuesday night uh, and said, "Okay, Ken, hey, I thought you said we were going to get the links to purchase the tickets on Tuesday." And I went, "Well, we had to slide it a day because we had to get a couple of glitches done."
Right.
And they said, "Okay, when's it coming out?" "All right, you're going to get it on Wednesday now." So they called me up because I was 5 minutes late on pushing it out. And they said, "Ken, the four of us are sitting here. We got 4 computers up and we're ready to buy these tickets. Where's that link?" I said, it's coming. I mean, I'm honestly trying to push it out right now. But there was 4 of them in one household online looking for those tickets. That's how excited people are. There are people coming from Spokane, Washington, Oakland, California, Las Vegas,
San Diego, California.
They're coming from
everyone.
They are coming from all over to attend this because they know I never thought about this when I raised my right hand in 1976. I didn't.
Wow.
250th birthday? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't even on our radar,
Nope.
Like you join the military, I understand like people that join the military because they have a historical family generation after generation join. Like for me, I was the first person in my family, me and my brother, to join the Marine Corps together. And fast forward 30 plus years later, like I never even thought about the historical significance of the Marines, the Marine Corps, the rebuilding of the TUN. But to me, it's an honor to be part, on this conversation with you. It's an honor to represent the Marine Corps, even though I've been out of the Marine Corps for 18 plus years. It's such an honor to give back to the next generation, because at the end of the day, we're going to live, we're going to die, and then, people are going to take the torch and carry it on. And let's talk about, once we have the money and it's built, I think the last time we spoke, you said it's going to take about 18 months to build the TUN. What is going to be the TUN daily operations? What is the goal? Like, is it going to be a place to eat, a place to work, a place? Once we have the TUN operational, what is that available for the public?
Yes, you're 100% correct. Yes, it's going to have a tavern in it. Okay. It is going to have Peg Mullen's Beefsteak Club is going to be the restaurant portion. In between the two, the waiting area is going to be a small museum, so to speak. That is where you will see those individuals that are plank owners. That is where you will see those major sponsors of events or that provided funding. That's where all the brass plaques are going to be. Okay, but once we're up and running, we want this to be reminiscent of what it was back in its day. We want to give back to the community, and so it's not just a restaurant and a bar. We want to hold civic events. So when there's a local election, we want the 2 candidates. We envision the candidates being there inside the restaurant, and we'll make the second deck, where they will be on stage. We'll invite the public, especially those that are going to be voting in that district, to come and be part of a question and answer so they can hear from the candidates. We want to, on the second deck, there are 2 conference rooms. There's a large one, the Freemasons conference room, and then the smaller one is the John Adams conference room. And we want to open that up to where the VA come in with their personnel and we can help veterans with processing claims.
Yeah.
We can have them, so you'll have VA personnel that will look at the records and help Ken Hopper. Is my paperwork filled out properly for my disability ratings?
Yeah.
We want to have authors. We want to have authors there, talking about their books. We want it, so it'll be book signings, but we want to give back to the community, and we want it to be educational because we want to have, we want to pass this on to the next generation. What does it mean to live in a democracy? What does it mean to be able to have the freedoms that you and I have and those on this line? Because not every country is like what we have. So we want to give, we want to give lectures. So we want to give back.
One of the things that comes to mind is for this weekend of these festivities, one thing that hasn't been brought up is dealing with, as we're out there at the beer tent or whatever, is there going to be any live entertainment with musicians?
There'll be Dave Matthews USA. Be there, and then the Bombshells.
Okay. Is there any room for any other veteran musicians that will come and be part of this?
If they would like, they can get in touch with me.
Yep.
And we can easily talk about them performing.
Yeah, because I have a good friend of mine. He is a Navy corpsman. He retired from the military. He was basically with the Marines. So he doesn't celebrate the Navy birthday. He actually celebrates the Marine Corps birthday. He's an amazing musician. I would love to get him in contact with you. So, hey, he can come and be part of the festivities and actually play there live.
Please.
Yeah. So if you are a musician and would like to volunteer your time to come to Pennsylvania to be part of the November 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th events and festivities and share your gifts with those that show up, please go to the TUN.org, get in touch with Ken Hopper. He will coordinate with you. But I will personally make sure that my friend reaches out to you so he can be part of these festivities.
Okay. Look forward to it.
And then the last day that we got to have to talk about is Tuesday. Which is Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. We want to, Veterans Day is about celebrating those individuals who raised their right hand. That 1%. That 1%. And when you stop and look at the statistics, it is 1% of us have worn the cloth and faced the trials and tribulations. So we want to honor all of those veterans, no matter what branch you even though you didn't join the Marine Corps, I'm sorry, but you still served. We do want to share, and that is, we're going to do that on board the USS New Jersey. Awesome. And there's going to be another birthday cake. They have insisted. So it'll be in the bow of the ship. According to the foundation, we're only talking about even standing on the gun turrets, you can only get like 1,200 people on board the ship. But here's the cool thing. If you show up for the ceremony, once the ceremony is concluded, and it's about an hour, you will be able to continue and do a tour of the USS New Jersey for free. So those are the 10. We'll be able to take a tour of the Jersey for free.
Wow.
So you start at the Masonic Temple, and you're going to conclude on the USS New Jersey, who participated in every major campaign from when she was built in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, OIF, OEF, it's pretty significant. We wanted to make this a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime event for people to participate in.
Yeah, look, I'm super excited. I know that most of the people I have spoken with are super excited. I even see this like going forward from this point forward, every year I could see myself going to Pennsylvania to celebrate the Marine Corps birthday. And
Oh,
I'm assuming the foundation as a whole will host an annual birthday
oh,
ball.
oh, it will be. There's no doubt.
Oh,
I can't guarantee next year's will probably be something very similar because
okay.
we'll be celebrating the 250th birthday of America.
Yeah.
So it will be similar. But after that, uh, we will have a birthday ball, and we all have agreed that once we get through this November 11th, we will definitely need to sit down and determine what level of events we're going to have. Because for those that have never done anything like this and planned this out, this has consumed my life for well over 3 months.
Hmm.
Well over 3 months. We've
Well,
put this together.
look, you and your team, look, being a veteran, being a Marine Corps service member, look, we salute you for what you're doing. And we thank you for your leadership and thank you for pioneering change. Some carry the, I think that's your phone. Huh?
Yeah, that's mine. Let me hold on because it's on my, yeah.
Yeah. Look, I just thank you and everybody that, I haven't even met yet. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for stepping up and pioneering change. Without somebody to carry the torch, change doesn't happen.
Oh, I said Dave Matthews. I'm sorry. I got pointed out on my phone. It's Dave Bray, USA. And he's a Marine and a veteran.
Well,
He's
hey, at least we know people are paying attention and at the live and listening and calling you and correcting you.
Yeah. And I have to put out there that this would have been impossible to put together without two companies. Divine and Partners has been instrumental on developing this campaign or this events for the weekend, and then Hoopla, who is our coordinating teammates. Those two, if those two individual companies had not been there from the get go, we would not be anywhere close to being able to put this on. So I have to give a shout out and say job well done to Divine and Partners and Hoopla.
Yeah. All right. So let's just do. I would like you to do just a quick recap, um, and kind of share what we just talked about for anyone that's just now joining about the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, and encourage people to join the 1775 Club and go to the website. Any closing thoughts and just kind of you recap everything?
I'll recap it. First of all, got to shamelessly plug the 1775 Club. Got to. That is the grassroots effort. $17.75 a month for 12 months, and you're a lifetime member. Or a single payment of $213. T-shirts, certificates, a coin that is serialized. That will forever be your coin. Okay. By joining the 75 Club, you're going to get bennies throughout the year, and especially at this coming 250th birthday. You're going to get special benefits there. The key takeaways, if you're just joining, the events start on Friday, November 7th at the Grand Masonic Temple. Again, after that, we go to a no-host social hour at a local bar. Saturday's events start with a lunch and learn at the Grand Masonic Temple. We have a bus tour. You get a tour of the USS Olympia. Then it's a welcome reception. A taste of Philly is what we're saying this is like on Saturday. Sunday, we're going to leverage what Philadelphia has already put together, a Veterans Day parade. We're looking for people that are going to be coming to Philly to partake in the Veterans Day parade. Then there's a festival at the conclusion of that. And then Sunday night on board the Spirit of Philadelphia, we're going to have our first birthday ball. And we're going to have a cake. Barney Barnum, Medal of Honor recipient, is going to be our guest speaker. Monday, then Sunday night, Monday morning from 23 to 01, we're going to host the first birthday celebration in the country at the Museum of the American Revolution. We're going to be toasting. We're going to have champagne, toasting at 1 second past midnight, singing the Marines hymn there.
Wow.
And Monday, we start at the first Commandant's grave. We'll go to Independence Hall. We'll have a block party. And then that's where we're going to hold one birthday ball at 2 locations, at the Bellevue and in Philly, and at the Museum of the American Revolution. And if those 2 events sell out, we have plans in place to put on a 3rd birthday ball. But all tickets have to be gone first. And then we're going to conclude the following day on board the USS New Jersey. There will be an option when you sign up for these events. Let us know if you would like a transportation package, and that will come in at $100 for the whole weekend. We will take care of you. If you sign up for the balls and you want to sit with people that you know, you will have the option in there to put, I would like to sit next to, and then you can put your people's names in there. We will probably start signing seats probably in September. So there's time. Okay. This, I promise you, will be a once in a lifetime event. And our goal is to ensure that when you leave Philadelphia, that you will go, wow, that was phenomenal. And we have busted butt to make it that way. We have busted butt.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Ken, for your time. Any final, words of encouragement, what people to do, where to go, anything else you would like to share before we let you go?
The TUN.org. Look at the top, November 10th. The TUN.org, and look at November 10th. Click on it and start signing up, because tickets are going to go pretty quick. We're pretty certain of that.
Yeah.
Get your ticket. Don't be that individual that goes, damn, I wish I'd have done that, because this will be, again, a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Wow. Well, Ken, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it.
Yeah. If you or anybody on your leadership team needs anything, you gotta have my phone number. Give me a call, give me a text.
I will.
To help any way, shape, or form.
I will. And we'll do this again in a month or so to get a status check. See how things are going. We'll let everybody know, and we can go into some more details on the specific events. Yeah. So, because we start that planning next week, getting into the minutia.
Yep. Well, look, Ken, we greatly appreciate your time. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you're doing, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you for what you're doing. Have a great one. Take care, buddy. We'll see you.